There have been several stable summer camps happening this week, including this one of Ikazuchi in the picturesque forests of Chichibu. Kasugano stable has been to Iruma, source of several of its men, while Arashio stable, with its 6-strong army of Fukushimans, has of course been to Fukushima, where, after exerting themselves like this, the men have relaxed in Tsuchiyu hot springs and enjoyed local food delights. The fatigue from morning practice has been simply washed away, and the fact lots of fans are turning out is really firing us up, said local third-tier star Taiga. Futagoyama stable, meanwhile, has been up in Gunma, where new salaried man Nabatame has entertained with offbeat interviews. I love the smell of the cowsheds here. That reminds me of childhood. And I don't mind lots of fans coming to watch as my eyes are so bad I can't see them anyway, being two of his more flippant comments. And Takasago stable will be in the foothills of Mount Fuji until this Sunday. Now, before heading there, Asanoyama told a band of hearty supporters in his native Toyama, June the 9th, that he will go for a second title this July. Fighting from the foot of Division 1, he'll scarce get a better chance for sure. And many Toyamans will doubtless be making the trip to loudly cheer him on. So many of them wanted to hear him speak at that local fan club event that it had to be split into 2 sittings. And it was also moved from this February due to the Noto earthquake. Meanwhile, his stablemate Asanowaka has spoken of his joy at becoming the first ex-salaried wrestler to twirl the bow on match days since Hide no Hana in 1991. To send everyone home with a bang, I twirl that bow with such vigor it almost flies out of my hand, he told the Chunichi Shimbun, which co-sponsors the Nagoya meet. And the fact the task requires him to wear the full top knot makes him yearn to return to a salaried berth. He's revealed that just under 2 years ago he was so badly struck with long COVID that he struggled to make it down flights of stairs, let alone up them. That was what caused him to lose his second-tier status. As bow twirler, he gets the best seat in the house for every final bout, and in May was moved most of all by Oho versus Hoshoryu. I went to sumo school with them both, and feel if they can compete at that level, then why can't I, he says. 5 straight winning scores have taken him closer to where they are. For July, he's promised to limit sidestepping, but can't rule it out completely. Incidentally, this year's will be the final meet held in the current Nagoya Hall. The event moves to the newly constructed IG Arena from 2025. Back in Tokyo, Oho has let us in on his feelings about the May meet, which saw him only win 6 bouts despite crushing 2 Ozeki. There were matches where I didn't focus fully, and others where I failed to hold my nerve. I wasn't satisfied for sure, he said of a tournament which yielded 2 sets of 4 straight defeats. I'm good in the final bouts, he added, because I know everyone's looking forward to them, and I don't want to let the crowd down. They do not faze me a bit. And on similarly aged Onosato and Takeru Fuji sprinting away with Emperor's Cups, he said, "It does seem that my age group is leading the sumo way right now, and I'll try not to get left behind. For July, I will focus on perseverance and my trademark attacking style, and hope the end product looks impressive." Another man disappointed with May is giant Shonannoumi, who has also given his views. "It doesn't feel great to have a guy who is 2 years younger than me and with 9 years less pro experience beating me to the title, he began. But I can't think about that next time we fight, or I'll start getting unsettled. I'm remembering the pain of May when I train right now to push myself even harder, and with the view that it should be my turn next. I'm working on applying more pressure in the initial charge and beyond, with the aim of getting my left on the belt. Sadly though, there's a part of me which looks for easy ways out. Plumping for pulls instead of driving forward, that kind of thing. Those are the things I want to cut out. More contented with May, of course, is veteran Sadanoumi, who had this to say on a 9-6 and 700th career win. 37 is just a number to me. What matters is your spirit, not wanting to lose to anyone, no matter how old or how young they may be. There are some parts of the aging process I simply have to accept. But not everything declines, and there are still some things I can even improve. There are several new movements and techniques I can do with my older body, and that serves as my motivation going forward. There's rarely a case where my matchday bout goes exactly the way I envisioned. In fact, my body tends to feel different with each passing hour after I wake. So it's always a test to find the right movement for the condition of the hour. Hip position of the day comes most easily to me. His stablemate, Myogiryu, just over 6 months older, feels that twilight years are bringing a host of new experiences. I've already binned my thoughts on May, he said on his 3-12 in the second tier. I'm already on to July. I've held my own in Division 1 for well over 10 years, so not being able to do that now is a bit of a shock, but also a positive learning experience. It shows how difficult sumo is, and it's another useful thing to face. This is uncharted terrain, much like the one Tokushoryu was in when winning the Emperor's Cup from the bottom rung of Division 1. I can now come to understand how people like him must have felt in those untested waters. So let's start by going for the second tier crown this July. The indications still are, though, that retirement is more likely than a title certificate. Finally, Chiyoshoma has completed his naturalization with the selection of a Japanese name. He will now be legally known as Shoma Ishibashi.